Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In the last episode, we built some major new buildings over here. We've got a new power plant, which is up and running and not doing much. So I'll let me drop the workers just down just a tad. I'm also building some chemical facilities over here, which I'm hoping we'll get through fairly quickly. We've started improving our rail and we'll continue to do so. And in this episode, I would definitely like to get the steel mill planned out because we've also got the iron ore mining and things like that started. Now, I did go and have a bit of a look in between episodes to see if I can find kind of gate infrastructure that we can use. Gate. If I do that, aha! Oh, la, 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 la. Wrong buttons. If I do this, let's have a look. So here we have a lot of kind of potential gate pieces. Let's do that. What is this? This is aggregate. Aggregate. Oh, I see. That's why. So let's get all of these things sorted so we can use them to potentially go and improve some of our stuff a little bit. So we'll get back to that in just a little bit. The first thing I want to do is have a bit of a look at what we could do to promote resilience over here. So why are we running? So that one is joining it in. That one is adding to it. So the question is really, do we add another splitter off over here? So let's have a quick look. If we go here and we say these guys. So for instance, what we're after is something like that. Oh, actually, there should be room to add in another one in there. Let's go with the big. Yeah, there we go. Big guy. So these ones are the 15 megawatts. So maybe what I'll do is I'll run another one down here and we'll tie it in. Right? We go with 10. So presumably, if we do this, get it out to about there, and then I run it across. Really? Something like that. And we'll run it straight up there. Yeah, and this will basically give us the kind of resilience that we would need. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. I don't want it to be too painful, so let's get them fairly well spaced. And I might move them later again in the future as we do some bridges and stuff here. So we'll do that, and then the idea is really that we come in here and in there, and that's a pricey little piece, but I'd rather we get that up and running. So let's pay for that, get that built in, so at least now when these guys are working, we're actually sharing the load over there. And I assume that just means we've got some resilience in terms of our power network. To be honest, let's just get the full 20 in there and we'll use it as we see fit. This thing is nice and full. Hopefully, where's that guy? It's got 210 tons of coal on board, and now you're doing what? Now you've got 288 tons. Where are you going? Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of what's going on with that. So we might sort that out in the future a little bit more. Anyway, this is kind of working. We've got workers coming down here. It's not a big deal. All of this stuff is kind of happening. It's a pretty big chunk. Got construction underway over here. We do need to provide probably a little bit more in the terms of housing. Let's see if we can slot in another few buildings on this side. Maybe we'll go with 75, come on, 90, or even that one, 80. 85. 85 is not bad. If we grab some of these, how many people in that? 145, 160, and that's better. Yeah, we could do a little something like this over here. If we were to say, squeeze in 1, actually, flip it around completely. Yeah, I think like that. Give us pretty much everything we need, apart from the fact that that is not going to give us a place for... actually, yeah, if only we could get... Yeah, that's problematic, isn't it? So what I'd rather do is we would want us to run straight up the middle here. What we might do is do a bit of a straight section. We do F4. Yeah, no, that's not actually going to help us too much. I'm going to do something like that. Wouldn't mind tying that in. And then the idea being that if we could, can we squeeze... We could squeeze something out of there? My goodness. Okay, give me... Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Up there. You should be able to squeeze in there to get out. We'll get this one set up on this side. I'm not sure we're going to get this one to work for us over here. Nor will we necessarily be able to get those to work. We'll do something like this, something like that. See about that. Get all of those paid for. So now construction will start. If we were to have a bit of a look at... Well, how come we can't... Can you make it to anywhere reasonable? Can you make it to anywhere reasonable? Jeez, it's... If only we could just tie it in over here. There was a button that you could press. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. So if we were to do this, if we grab that and put a Control H, shows you these nodes. So we could, but for some reason, those are okay. They want to work on that side, but they don't want to tie in on any of these. They're okay to tie into those, but it needs to be 3 away from one of these main nodes. So presumably if we, well, I don't know if that'll even work. That's on the 3rd one there. I wonder what that means. Some lines here that I never knew would work. Anyway, we'll start getting some more construction going on. I probably need some more construction on the other one as well. On the other side. Okay, so now this thing will slowly build. This, I will limit the amounts and just make sure we put 100% chemicals in here. So if we were to say 0, 100, come on, 0, 0, 0, come on. It's painful, really. Wish there was an easier way. Tab through it or something. It doesn't seem to want to work. 0 and 0 over there. So now at least we'll have a nice big chunk of 120 tons of chemicals if this thing keeps running. That'll be, hopefully that'll be okay. We should have some chemicals available over here. Oh yeah, nice and fully loaded with chemicals, so that's going to be fine. Got some electricity problems in some locations, but all in all pretty good. Got a lot of money ready to potentially improve some more pieces. So actually what we'll do is let's go ahead and get the rest of this filled in, and maybe that. It's all still just the wooden tracks here, really. And now the question here, though, ooh, look at that, is shall we quickly add in a few more bits and pieces here? Really, you would like something like that, and presumably something like that. Here you would do this and that. And you would also add some stuff in here. Just to kind of make room for some of the stuff that's happening. We'll need that. We'll need that. On this side. Ooh. Yeah, okay. But then really we don't need this one. So we'd like it to go everywhere you want to go. There we go. That seems pretty reasonable. This guy has loaded it up pretty quickly. Why did you not fill? Why did you not fill up? Why? Let's have a look over here. You should wait until you're loaded. Engage the roll with... Oh, anyway, that's a little weird. Why would you do that? The other thing we could do... So that is getting out of the way. The other thing we could have a quick look at is whether we could... get rid of that. And tell me whether I can potentially run... I need to just get the F4 back on. I was wondering whether we could do an extra little move there. I'm kind of tempted to give it a go, though. Let's give it a shot. If we were to get rid of that piece, pay for it, get rid of that. And we'll come back with some new power in just a minute. Let's just see about... Come on. About running this down here. I was thinking it might have... I thought it might be a bit of a long shot, really. Because of... I think it's proximity to this intersection. So let's do the next best thing for us. Actually, let's do that. Completely get rid of this. That out of the way. Okay, and we'll trim that back. And now try that one more time. Before we do, though. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Now, let's try this again. If we need to. Let's see if we can't... Nice and straight. And we'll tie it in over there. Oh, I like it. I like it. So at least now we've got multiple options in terms of moving through. Go ahead and pay for that. We'll get our road connection to come back in probably a bit more like that. That's actually pretty cool. We'll finish that one off. And we'll rebuild our little section of power, which should be fine. I think we'll go all the way there and then all the way there. And we'll go ahead and pay for that. And there we go. All of that should now work. Now, what we do have available here is a slightly better arrangement where we can get guys to go out. So we'll do that. And this guy will, in fact, give us some other options. I'm kind of tempted. If we were to say, put a chain in here, right? To exit it out on the other side there. So if we were to say, clear that out, now this guy can go through there. It won't need to stop. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool setup there. While this guy will stop here. Excellent. That's a pretty nifty little setup. So now it'll work a little bit quicker. I think let's get the extra train here. Let's buy ourselves one more train for the for the waste train. Let's just see. Is this our waste train? No, it's not. Definitely not our waste train over there. Got some new vehicles coming in. What is this? This is weird. Going to go and get 106 tons of coal. That's coal for export. Is this coal for export too? That's our mixed waste. So this one is the waste train. So let's just see. We view this line. Okay, fine. So let's rename this as the waste train. let's call it the mixed waste train. The mixed waste train, save it, save that. And from now, we'll get another train onto that piece. So let's buy ourselves a train. We would like something pretty cheap. So that guy. From there, we will go and say, give me some cargo. On the waste side of things, we've got this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. I think that's going to be sufficient. 144. We'll do that. You will please assign to the mixed waste train. And please go ahead and... Ooh. No. That's not the mixed waste train. Sorry. That is not the mixed waste train, is it? That's fine. Let's start that one out. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now let's upgrade a little bit more. We've got almost 2 million there, so let's go ahead and upgrade a little bit more of this stuff. That's all done. You'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Get out of the way there, buddy. Okay, got a little bit more going there. I may as well upgrade this entire section here. Slowly trying to get it to go a little bit quicker, at least along the main line. Yeah, okay. That's a little extra slither that we've done. Okay, now, lots and lots of workers over here. Let's trim that back down to a measly 40. While we quickly have a look. You can't really do some more for us. So what I will do is let's get ourselves... we need a bunch of stuff here. So you don't have access to... So if we access to water or sewage. So you need water. At what kind of quality do you need it? You need a 100% quality of water? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's necessary, is it? Required water quality is 67, so that's fine. So we'll give you your own water. How much do you need? 34 per day, right? Maximum production requires 34 square meters or cubic meters of water. So if we go here and set the small water well, yeah, that's sufficient. So what I'll do is I'll grab that. It's more than enough. Can we... There's nowhere else you can take that into, right? So what we really need to do is get it nice and close. Oh, it's not even powered over here. That is, however, powered. So what I thought we do, distribution. We'll need distribution somewhere along here as well. Actually, let's get the water to go in. A little tight, though. I'd rather we get the water a little bit closer to this side. Or even over here. We could make use of a little spot there, right? So give me that. I'm pretty keen on grabbing that one over there. And we will need the other piece as well. So let's get that built. At the same point, we'll need go underground. Oh, actually, that's pretty cool. I like that. Or you could have done water in there, could you? Or is that... Ooh... Your own sewage connection. Okay, well, make a payment there. So now you will have water for, but you still won't have. Okay, so now you have water, right? Oh, it needs to fill up first. Do I keep doing this? Do I really need? Okay, let's get a pump in here. I'll put a pump in there. Let's see about that. Let's trim out a little section here. And sorry, I needed to I need to remember about the whole pump thing. So this won't be powered. This pump won't be powered, but all I'm after is the small pumping station, I think. Let's just go with the big one. Flip it around. Get it to do a little something like this instead. Yeah, that's going to be reasonable. Let's connect that one to the middle there and into the middle there. We'll go ahead and pay for that. Go ahead and pay for the rest of this. And what we'll do is we'll make sure that is in fact tied in. So there we go. So now we have, now water should be able to make it there once we get this powered. Now, the next piece of the puzzle for us is to get ourselves a distribution office, completely separated distribution office that is going to... The question is, right, this guy's already has the ability to pick up a variety of these things. So what we don't have is, we don't have oil, we have gravel, we've got wood, crops, and oil doesn't happen. So what we'll do is, I think I'll add this guy. We'll go there, and you see it'll start bringing in those items for us. So now these guys will run, they will go and drop it off. So that's fine. So we'll get 2 of those items. What we don't have is local distribution, actually. Fuel store, bitumen store. And you know what we don't need access to is some of the stuff all the way on the other side. So if we go to... No, not that one. If we go to that one, that's okay. We need that one. This doesn't need it. This is okay. That one will need Moilskiraal construction office. Yes, that one will need. Commotion of gas station does no longer need it. So we'll trim that one out of there. This gas station, oh my God, it's in the middle of nowhere. All the way on the other side. We might keep this one. This one, I think, has its own other connection, so we'll cut that one out. So that gives us 2 more slots over there, which I think is going to be okay. We've got all of these vehicles. So what I'll need to do is just make sure we set this up a little bit. Where are my guys? Here we go. Not this one, over here. You will also... actually, you'll make a move over here, right? No, let's not do that. Let's get the move over there. You will load up on oil, and then you will bring the oil over here. All right, so you'll load up on oil there, and you'll bring it there, and what we'll do is we'll make that up to a 90, so we have it there. Now, the next thing we need to do is move some crops around, so this will always have enough crops. We can go and get crops right over there. Do we have a distribution office that can potentially squeeze that in? These are all kind of unloading stuff, so that's really not what we're after. So we need a bit of a distribution office over here. That's not going to do the trick. Let's build a smallish distribution office right over here. Something like this, maybe. A small distribution office that's basically just going to move a few things around for us. Here we go. We'll squeeze it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just get that sorted out. And this distribution office can basically come in here and move. You're gonna go pick up over there, and you're gonna drop it off over here up to about 90%. And what we would like to buy for you is a few covered holes. Give me some capacity here. Yeah, that's going to be fine. 1, 2, 3. Waste transport between open storage. No, that's okay. We just would like, we just like that, really. So now you will go ahead and start moving. That's fine. You'll get some fuel, I'm assuming. Oh, you're still okay? This guy doesn't have another road connection, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. So now we're actually going to have pretty much everything you need to start coming in here. We're going to have oil, we're going to have gravel, we're going to have wood, and we're going to have crops. So you'll be able to start working straight away. What we don't have is a connection to this. If I were to have a bit of a look at the fall, oh my, this will go back up. Jeez. Okay, so if I were to grab this stuff, where can I tie in? Really can't tie in anywhere. Unless I... Jeez. Okay. I'm quite tempted to see if we can't make it work in this area over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to... even this area, even right here. We're going to try and make something work right over here. So let's trim it back a little bit like so. We'll pay for that. Okay, let's trim that out of the way. Okay, out of the way. There we go. Now, the next piece of this puzzle is to give us a bit of a sewage switch. Okay, so if we do that, I'm assuming this will still work and we can go and get this all sorted out. Right, that should still work, and what we'll do is we'll tie this one in there. So there we go. So now that should still work again. Now, the idea would really be that from this side, we would like you to run... let's see if that can work. Now, give me another piece. Oh, well, now we can actually play it again. Now, the idea would be that if we were to squeeze it in over there, can we get that to work? Can we get this one to work? We can. So that's the one. Now, can we get this one to work? Oh, beautiful. We can. Let's do that. Excellent. Costing us a bit of money. But now, at least that should work. Now, what we're not getting here just yet is we don't have power and we don't have drinkable water, potable water. Here we go. So where is my closest potable water connection? We've got something here. We did have water come in from that side. So ideally speaking, we should have power over here so we can actually tie it in there and run it up this way and get a water connection somewhere over here as well. Okay, before we do that, let's quickly sort out our sewage connection, because we will still need... Well, do we need an extra sewage connection? Or would sewage be completely sorted out in this location? So building is without power supply. It doesn't have oil, power, or water. It doesn't have water? Oh, yeah, it's not powered. Yeah, fair enough. So we need power in the first instance. Power is running over here quite nicely, actually. And I'm assuming that power is less utilized? I don't know. Probably. That's going underground that way. What is this looking like? I'm kind of tempted to split it off again. Let's just have a quick look. We can have a bit of a look at this stuff, right? Yeah, that's a bit extreme. This looks pretty easy going to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it off over here yet again. So if we were to have a look at that, we'll split it off over here. So let me do a little bit of this. Pay for that. Get me a little piece here. Like so. I like to grab just the gravel piece of road there, and what we'll do is we will go ahead and tie that one in. Ooh, please don't do that. There we go. Tie it in like so. Get all of that paid for, and now we have the extra slot, I believe, to move some power over there. What I'll do is I will please do that. There we go. So now we've got an extra power move. Gonna run us all the way up here next to the rail. And where will we grab the power? Power will go in. Shall we just do the power over here? Or we take it a little bit further away? I don't think we have room. We definitely need. That will be power. Do we need power? Would it be? I think it might be appropriate to run it all the way along the rail there, or something like this. And then we'll start seeing, yeah, at least we'll, alternatively, if we do it down here somewhere, yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Just give us a little bit more area to work with. So we'll do that. We'll get this guy just side up over there, signed up, moved in there. And what we'll do is we'll run this guy down here, all the way right down the road, and we'll run it over there. Perfect. Pay for that. And there we go. Now this guy should be moving. Water, now we're only missing oil, and oil should make its way this way. And then we'll start seeing some stuff happening, right? Drinking water should, do we have drinking water available? People will get sick though. It's 83% quality. So anyway, it needs that kind of water there. Now, we've got that going. We do need the oil. The oil should make its way here at some point. But what we might do is we might add... Why is this... There we go. Okay, so it is starting to move. So we should get the oil there in a fairly reasonable amount of time. Got the wood there. We're just waiting on the oil. Once the oil is there, we'll start making our very own. Here we go. Got a few vehicles coming in. Excellent. Bring me the oil. Oh, look at that. Driving all the way around, dropping it in, and here we go. Now, oh, lots of them. Lots of them, filling them up. Nice. Now we'll slowly get a little bit more happening. So now what I'm happy to do is let's up that number a little bit, and we'll see what's happening. So there's some fairly polluted water going out from here. Yeah, we should now see chemical production happening. So we've got our own chemicals happening, and I wouldn't mind getting way more workers to come in through here. So we've got 40 workers on that bus. Let's get it up to at least 100 workers. And yeah, there we go. We are getting chemicals. So let's get 100 workers going. That is awesome. That should be good. Now, I found myself a couple of extra props, and I think we can see them in this spot here. So the idea really was, I wanted to see if we can't make it work to get these fences going around this. So if I were to say, grab that, oh yeah, that will in fact work. So if we were to say, let's get something that's a little bit more wally. Like I think this. There we go. Okay, I'm going to spend a little bit of effort, time and effort to just clean up some of this stuff. So if we were to do that, we also need to do a bit of this. Oh, actually, all of that is moving. Let's clean up all of that, get that out of the way. Okay, now, going to do this and grab... I just... So no clipping is what I'm basically seeing here. So if I were to do that, and similarly on this side, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll put the walls back in. There we go. No! Okay, well, what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. And what we'll do is we'll somehow build all of this. See, that looks pretty good. It's not being demolished. Okay, try that one again. So now, it's a monument, isn't it? What? How come? We can't build it on this stuff? No. Has to be possible. Alternatively, we can just... What? What is going on here? Oh, it's that thing. Oh my goodness. Just to try and get them to look a little bit better, right? Because that kind of makes a little bit more sense in terms of our access here. That makes a little bit more sense. I can't believe we can't get this thing to work. I don't want to get rid of that though. If we were to place it a little bit more forward, yeah, I think it is that thing. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to get rid of it. What are we doing with it? Yeah, we are in fact using it, so that's crazy. I didn't think that was an issue. I hope that is the issue. So if we were to, well, let's just get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this one. Do wonder if it might be the power. So if we do that, right, now let's try that again. Under monuments, we'll grab this guy. It's not. Is it the... You know what? Try that. It's not that. So what the hell is it then? Try this one. Can't see any other pieces of infrastructure here that would still be causing us this problem. Okay, now, really, it's too close to the road, it seems. But anyway, come on. Okay, you know what? Cancel that. Cancel that completely. And what we'll do is we'll just try our very best to get the fence built. That's painful. Go F4. What is this? What is down here? Why is there... Honestly, I don't think there's anything here that... That is crazy. Give me... That is, I don't know why that's happening. It worked on the other ones, so I don't know why. I mean, you could do it on this side, but I have no idea why it's not working on that side. Jeez. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about that now. What I'll do is I'll just put the... yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. Unfortunately, that's the problem we're dealing with. Ooh, I do hope I can bring that one through here now. Should be able to. Do that, we'll do that, we'll tie that in. I will go ahead and grab... Here we go. So we'll do a little bit of this. Now, at least we've got that going. We've got that one in there. Can we, hang on, can we try something slightly different? Can we get this to work? Just doesn't want to do it. Okay, I'm not going to mess around with that anymore. That's fine. What I will need to do, though, is just put our pipe back, the one that we have underground here that we kind of got rid of. And now that one doesn't want to work. What infrastructure is in the way here? It pains me. Sorry. Crap. It pains me that that's how difficult it is to deal with this. Just get rid of it, please. Thank you. Get it up to there. Okay, get that sorted, get that connected, and damn well get it built. Jeez, okay. Well, that wasn't super successful, but I do like these gates. And I'll have a look at it if we do the next one, just have a look at how we can deal with that so it's works a little easier than what we've got going on over here. Okay, anyway, not going to spend more time on that. How's this going? Yes, we've got some chemicals going on. So now the idea is really that we do need ourselves an extra kind of a distribution facility that's going to go ahead and move chemicals around. So I'm going to grab the big guy because we may have to move chemicals a fair bit over the course of the map. So what we'll do is we'll get one of those going. We will pay for that little section there. And then presumably we'll get this built pretty quickly. We'll have a look at that. We'll keep an eye on that. But really, I think chemical production should work really fairly well. Okay. Money is still a bit slow at the moment. These guys are all kind of hanging out. They're not doing too much in terms of distribution just yet. But slowly we're moving along on some of these things. Excellent. Good. Now, that is the energy resilience, and we're still busy working on the rail improvement. Our chemicals are moving around, and I'm hoping to see more chemicals allocated over here. So as soon as that's built, we'll sort out our chemical production a little bit more. Now, over here, how is this looking? Got a reasonable amount going on here. What kind of area distribution are we moving meat from this? No, we're not. Who's moving the meat? Let's just have a look. I think this might actually be trucks only. So there's someone going. Okay. Yeah, so really... So what we'll do is we'll unload 80% there. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll unload 80% there, and we'll unload 20 more percent at the prison. Then we'll go to the prison and we'll unload whatever we've left there. Okay, so let's keep going with that one. That's going to be okay. Now, here we would also like to please expand our population or the place where people can stay. So let's add a few more buildings in here. We've got fairly nice buildings all over. You know what? I might add another 2 over here, to be honest. Some of these guys. If we were to do this one. If we were to do that, that's, I think, pretty reasonable. We'll do that, and we'll get another one to kind of run through. That's okay. That's going to be fine. We'll pay for that piece. Do that. We'll do that. We'll pay for those, and we'll start the construction process over there. This should hopefully not be too far away. We need a few more prefab panels there, and then we'll get this courthouse up and running. Now we start seeing a little bit of construction happening over here. Hopefully we'll, that would be pretty cool. This is getting most of what it needs, right? That's fine. All good. All good. 12,500 people. What is our population trend looking like? If we look at all time, and what we're after is the average productivity has slowly been going up. 96% average productivity is not bad at all. But what I'm keen on having a look at is the actual population. Yeah, that's not bad. And then productivity is coming back up. It's had a few drops every now and again, but really population is slowly coming up. It's got reached a bit of a dip, actually. Are we seeing people? Yeah, I don't think we have any medical issues that we need to deal with. Generally all good. Awesome. All of this should be nice and workable. At some point, I would like to put meat on a train, but for now, we'll just leave with this. This is waiting for prefab, so we don't have prefabs here. What's the situation with prefabs? Let's just have a bit of a look at that. Oh, before we go back, let's see what's going on with our waste. Wow. Are we at least making a dip in some of these things? Jeez. We're barely making any dents in our waste. Got 2 trains running and we're barely making a dent. What is this guy doing? This is our gravel. Oh, okay. Anyway. Keep moving some stuff for us. These are being built. Those are done. People are slowly moving in here. People are without jobs, but other than that, they seem to have everything they need. Or at least everything we can provide them. So that's pretty cool. A question I didn't have is whether we need to tie into the other side, but that's okay for now, I think. I think we're okay. We still have chemicals in here. This is under construction slowly. This is going. What's going on here? We don't have prefab panels. What's going on with prefab panels on this side? Okay, so we really just need some more workers in here. So let's add some more workers in there. Maybe we'll make it prefabs to move a little bit quicker. All of this is still looking comfortable. That's looking comfortable. And this should be doing its thing. Getting nice and active here. Yeah, we need more chemicals to be able to do more in terms of explosives. How's our money looking? Pretty reasonable. We have a fire, so someone's gonna, or the helicopter is on its way to go and deal with that. What is this? Is this a, yeah, that's some, oh, it's over here. This thing's gonna burn down. I think we may need another fire station over here just to help us out a little bit. At least that helps. Okay. Another small fire station might not be a bad idea. If we have a look at, yeah, something like this, right? I don't need a massive one. I need a small little fire station. Something like that. We'll do that, get that fire station in place. We'll tie that one in, and we'll get one of the normal kind of road connections in there. I will go ahead and pay for that and pay for that. We'll get this to be constructed, and then we'll have another fire station here ready to go. Getting all kinds of bricks and stuff being delivered, which I like. So let's slowly and steadily getting that done. So construction is going along pretty nicely over here. So the rest of us steel, I think. Yeah, so it's just a little bit more bricks that we need. Getting a few more workers coming in via... Yeah, now it's moving. Yeah, we need the bricks to be around. But anyway, that'll be done very soon. Things are pretty challenging through here. So we're at the point where we're going to have to start thinking about grade separation. I also want to expand our higher speed rail, our concrete railway tracks. That is fully loaded. Okay, hang on. What's going on? Ooh, this is fully loaded too. Okay. Cannot export any more mixed waste. Ooh, okay. Okay. I think we might add some more people to the mix there. So they can't export any more mixed waste. But what we do need to do is give me... Okay, so for the... can do this. What's this looking like? That's full. So this guy... Okay, we're in trouble. What's going on here? Where are my trucks? Where is this truck? Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we'll need to sort out this. Let's quickly have a look. Waste is going to be an issue now. Let's quickly sort this out. Micromanage this a little bit. So can you please make your way over there, and then instead of doing that, what you'll do is you'll pop in here and load up on the what is it? The metal scrap, and then you'll come over here and dump the metal scrap for us there. Thank you. And okay, so do that. Get that out of the way. Then I'll keep an eye on whoever this truck is that needs to... There's a truck here that's not doing his job. I'm missing a truck. Where's my waste truck that's supposed to be picking stuff up over here? Is that the one? I think it might have gone. Okay, so now, can you... Yeah. So instead of going there, go there, and then go and unload. Wait until you're unloaded with the mixed waste, please, and we'll cancel that. So you'll pick some stuff up here, load up, and go. That one will clear that out. Geez, that's it's a slow process. This is getting things out of the way. Yeah, burn all of that for us. A little bit of mixed waste still ready to go here. Yeah, all of that hazardous waste, get that out of the way. And now it's, ooh. filling up there. Okay. Gonna start to need a little bit more workers here. That guy's gonna drop it off over there again. Well, it can continue doing that for a little bit. Now, this guy is gonna dump this stuff over here. We're gonna get some steel out of it. And then from there, you're gonna please come back over here and clear out all of that. Okay, now, so with that in mind, okay, we'll have to have a look at this now. But what we need to do is set this up for a little bit more success here. So I'm thinking another distribution office. Let me get another distribution office. Things get out of hand so quickly, really. Are we going to do the slightly smaller one, I think? Some kind of setback there, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do that. Actually, I'll just build the entire thing. But this one is going to predominantly take care of moving that. This is going to be our chemical distribution, so let's rename that. Turmoilski Chemical Distribution. There we go, and I wouldn't mind buying a few. So chemicals is in covered holes, so let's give ourselves fancy covered holes. Total capacity, lots of speed. Go 4 of them, really. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you are going to get it over here. You are going to load up on chemicals only. And what I would like you to do is move chemicals over here and fill it up for us. So you'll fill that one up. You'll come over here and you'll fill this one up with chemicals, please. You'll come over here and you'll fill that one up with chemicals. And is that okay? Who else needs chemicals? We do need chemicals over here. I might do that one too. Let's just do that one and fill that one up with chemicals also. And what we'll also do is we'll move chemicals all the way to the other side over here. Jeez, what an episode, guys! What an episode. We'll move it over here. We'll dump out all of our chemicals that we need in this location also. Right? I believe that's what it is. Let's do that. Get in here. It is grabbing a bit of chemicals there as well. Good. Let's do that. Let's clear out all of this. I hope it's not the end of the world there. Yeah, we're moving. Okay, keep things running. I think chemicals will start to move now. Oh, actually, not there, not the chemical plant. You will pick it up over there. Barely any chemicals for you to pick up over here. That's the fire station. This guy is built. Now here, I'm going to grab waste trucks. The big guys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. All of that. And what you'll need to do is you will need to pick up waste over there and drop it off in that location for me. All right. There you go. You'll do that. Similarly, I'm kind of tempted for you to pick it up here and move it to pick it up there. Okay, and drop it off either there or there or there. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that's the right way of doing it. So let's just do that. Unload it there. Whatever you need to do, buddy. Whatever you need to do. So let's see how that goes. At least those trucks should now start moving. Move this out of the way. Lots of waste truck movements. What's going on with this? Yeah, this is at least moving along. This is reasonable. Grabbing a lot of chemicals over there. So And now what I want to do is I'll reduce the amount of chemicals that we import by actually taking this number for chemicals at least and dropping that down to say 30%. So it'll only do that when it really needs to. And are we seeing... There goes... okay, we've got more people working here now, which is at least looking in the right direction. Now, this guy is up and running. We need a few fire trucks. And I'm kind of tempted to go with the US, or not the US, the purchasing in dollars. No. What? No, not fuel. Vehicles. That's the one. Ooh. I'm thinking yes. And what we'll do is we'll just trim that back down to like 32 people. Look at that. That's a pretty industrial firefighting facility there. Okay, guys, it's been a bit of a cautionary tale, really. Ooh, you know what? Instead of this, get rid of that. Okay, instead of that, come here, grab it, and move it over here. There we go. So let's see if that helps us out a little bit. And wow, that's painful how much waste trucks we have got going on here. So the waste setup definitely needs to improve a little bit. If we're going to keep growing our industrial facilities, we need to sort our waste out a little bit more. This is definitely becoming way too problematic here. There's too much waste coming in. We're not getting the waste out quick enough. Come on. We're getting gridlock here because of what's going on here. Just get out of the way. There we go. Keep moving. Why? So many waste vehicles. That's a little bit too much, man. Okay, let's just move a few of these out of the way so we can see things moving. Get out of here. Why is this struggling so much? Yes, get in there. Load up. Yes, get a few more in there. Okay, wow. Waste, so much waste. Barely deal with it. Are we at least making a dent in it now? This is just so quickly filling up again. That's just insane. Wow. There's a lot of stuff in here that should still be burnt. Ooh, hang on. That needs to burn still. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Go there. Clear this one out. Gonna unload. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're messing it up again. We need a better system. I need to redo the entire waste thing. But geez, what a struggle. What a struggle. Tell me about it. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. This episode has gone on long enough. Finished off a few extra buildings here, so we've got a few more places where people can actually live. So our population growth should still be quite good. And we are definitely doing a lot of our own chemicals now. So really, we do need to focus on getting steel production moving in the next episode. But I think, hopefully, we are now well and truly covered, and we won't deal with any issues here anymore with regards to drinking water. Our happiness is going up quite aggressively now, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, waste is going to be the big one. I'm tempted to redo an entire waste facility somewhere that is really built on the back of using trains, and we'll just move waste from our various cities by train to a massive facility somewhere. I'm pretty keen on trying to get something like that sorted out. Why is this struggling? I think this is a maybe. Well, a lot of people there. Okay. But what we might do is we might have to trim down on some of this a little bit. But now at least we've got energy resilience, with this guy supposed to be giving us all of the energy we need. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.